All right, guys. So we're talking body game today. Why women are attracted to like bad boys or bad boy type people. Like, here's the thing. Like a lot of women I've dated or whatever. First of all, if a woman's interested in me, I always ask them. I'm like, listen, it's a red flag that you're interested in me in the first place. And I'm like, what made you interested? And they're like, oh my God, you just gave me like the bad boy vibe or whatever. Swear to God, this is like conversation I had like yesterday, bro, and the day before that, and a week before that, and for the past 5 years. Like these are conversations I've had. So I'll kind of tell you some things that I've observed. This is not like a scientific video like, well, actually, they have a hormone in their brain that actually gets tickled. No, this is not one of those videos. It's just what I've noticed. So it could be wrong, it could be right. It's literally just what I noticed in my experience. This is my channel, so I just talk about my experience. I don't know what the fucking science is behind this shit, but I've just noticed, like, it's really like a power thing, because I always relate everything back to my working career, right? Because when I was working as a nurse, when I was a staff nurse, I needed that job. I was desperate for that job. So if they're like, you need to pick up these hours. You're a staff nurse, you're full time. If you want to stay on staff, you need to pick up these hours, and you need to do this, you need to do that. And I'm like, fuck, I need this job. Okay. And I was very proud of this in the situation versus where I'm agency and they need me, right? They need me. So it's like every shift I pick up, they're like, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Oh my gosh, if you weren't here, we wouldn't be able to do this, we wouldn't be able to do that, and you get paid more. So you get paid more and you get respected more. So it's very similar to how it is when you're not seeking like a relationship. Like for example, like a nice guy. For example, when I was a nice guy, because I was on both sides, I was actually a nice guy. A lot of people just been bad boys since they're like 12, or they just had that aura since they're like 12. But I was really just a nice guy. And when I was a nice guy, I was, I was like, hey, like, I'd really like a relationship with you. And it's just like, it takes the mystery out of it. It takes the chase out of it. And that's like where a lot of the interest comes and like a lot of the seduction comes. I don't know if you guys read The Art of Seduction, but that's like a lot of where the seduction comes, like not having so much certainty, right? Not having so much certainty, like, I will marry you as soon as you say yes to the date. Like, it's just like, ugh. Like, am I your only option, right? Or as a nice guy, you chase a lot, so it reinforces, the fact that you like it in the first place. Or it's like you being a nice guy and you being so gentle, right? And there's a difference between a gentleman and a nice guy, of course. Like you can be a gentleman, or you could be nice but still be, still have that edge at the same time. But anyways, as a nice guy, you just like, you're desperate, you're like a loser. For example, when I was a virgin, I'm like a loser, and like, I don't know what to do, and I'm just desperate for, just to get one chick, like, please come here, please come here. That desperate energy is unattractive in itself. The law of attraction is like, bro, when you really chase something, it pushes it away type shit, right? But when you've already had it, when you're on your purpose, you've already had it, then you're not really worried about it type shit. But here's the thing, like as a nice guy, here's how I would try to smash a chick. I would probably be like, Miss Ma'am, do you mind if I insert my penile shaft in you? Like, bro, that is drying any girl up like crazy, bro. That's drying any girl up like crazy. And here's the thing. Another thing is, like, when you're a bad boy, bro, like you have a lot of leverage. You have a lot of power, because you don't, like, some of the bad boy traits that they like is just that, they're on their purpose. They go to the beat of their own drum or whatever. Because for example, like me, like I said, when I was a simp, I was scaring bitches away, bro. I could scare any bitch away, bro. You could put any girl in front of me, bro. I promise you, bro. I don't care how bad or disgusting she is, bro. I would scare them away, bro. 100% chance when I was a simp, right? And then, when I really started focusing on my purpose and starting, making a routine and having like a purpose and chasing goals and stuff like that, that's when a lot of chicks, started paying attention to me. They're like, wow, like I gave this guy choosing signals and he ignored me. Like, he must have something bigger going on. It's that power that you're not swayed easily by them. Like, yeah, they're beautiful, but you're not like, oh my God, you're so beautiful. Oh my God, I'll do whatever you say. Like, you're not just swayed by them. You're kind of doing your own thing. And that shows power in itself, right? Like, when you have the ability to walk away from a situation as well, it's like, bro, you're like, that's just infatuating, because that is a lot of power. Whoever has, in any relationship, whoever has the ability to walk away has the power. It just is what it is, right? I don't want everything to come down to power, but unfortunately, in human nature, in relationships, a lot of the shit comes down to power. It just does, right? I'm not saying it's overt like that, but it just does come down to it, because whoever's able to walk away from the situation and not care, which is usually what bad boys do, because in reality, bad boys are just niggas on their purpose. It's not really, it's not really the Tyrone and niggas shooting people. It's really, you can just be a person who has a professional job and you're super focused because you're in that aspect of your life, like you just got out of a relationship and you're really focused on yourself because you're really trying to find yourself. And just that energy of you, you know, improving yourself and, you know, girls seeing you glow up and you having that focused energy is attractive, and you're retaining your semen at the same time. So all of these factors are there. So it's like, that's just attractive in itself. You're in the gym, getting the best shape possible. You're prioritizing yourself. And when you prioritize yourself, you level up. When you prioritize women, you level down, and then they find you less attractive at the same time, right? But what I've noticed is, like, the way I deal with, the way I deal with, like, women after being, you know, being with, you know, not gonna say the number, but being with, you know, a certain amount of women versus before I was with women is different, because I'm willing to take a risk and I don't give a fuck. I literally don't give a fuck what happens in the situation, right? Because I remember, like, I used to be like, oh my God, I can't mess this date up. I can't mess this up, oh my God. I went from that to being like, I don't think I'll go on this date. I'll probably just go to sleep. And then I'm about to go to sleep and like, oh my God, where are you? Like, I thought I was gonna see you today. I'm like, fine, I'll fucking come. And then you show up today, like, hurry up. And they're like, what the fuck? Like, this guy doesn't care about it. He's like, this is not the most important part of his day. Like, what else does he have going on? And it's just like that like leverage. You feel me? Like that leverage that you have that kind of attracts them to you. Because you literally, but you have to literally be in a place where it's like you have other priorities. Like when you have other shit going on, when you have other shit on your mind, like you got work stress. You're like, I got to do this, I got to do that. And then, of course, you got to hit macros. You just got all this shit going on. You got family drama happening, and you got to take care of some family shit, and then you got to take care of this, and then you made an investment over here. You got all this stuff going on. Like, you're really thinking about those things, and those are your priorities, right? So it's like, this chick is like, she's beautiful and stuff, but it's like, I just don't have time for this. Like, there's other things more important, and it's like, kind of that chase for your attention, because chicks are like in love with just chasing that attention, or like chasing dudes that don't want them. Basically, you saw what Jada Wade said, guys. Like, they like to chase dudes who don't want them, right? It's just like a game for them. So that's another thing. It's like when you're on your purpose, which is what the bad boy shit is. It's really just being on your purpose and being in a stage in your life where you really want to give all your energy to improving your career, improving your physique, right? And that when you're in that energy, you're not really dating chicks, and that just makes chicks more attracted to you because they're like, what the fuck, why is he not paying attention to me? And that's what I dealt with. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just not date chicks, I'm gonna just lock in. And as soon as I did it, I was retaining semen, I was locked in. All the chicks were just like, oh my God, like, I haven't seen you in a while, or what's going on? And they were just more interested in me because I was walking in the gym and I had a set plan. I'm executing my plan versus all the other dudes. They're like looking at the girl's ass, and they're like, you see what I'm saying? Like, the difference there is just, you know, it's a big difference. Like I said, on a date, like when you've been on a lot of dates, you're more smooth, right? But at the same time, when you do not care about the outcome of a date, you're way more relaxed, bro. And you have better charisma, you have better energy, because you don't care about the outcome. When you care about the outcome of the date, you'll be like, Suzanne, did you like the flowers? You didn't? Should I get roses next time? Like, that's when you care about the outcome of the day. When you don't care about the outcome of the day, like, here, come here, baby, you choke her, you pull her hair and shit like that. I always do that shit. That's just me. I always choke them and pull their hair. If they don't like that shit, then, you know, they'd be the only one that doesn't like that shit, because they all like that shit. You just choke them, pull them hair on the first date type shit. They're like, what the fuck? This dude's doing this on the first date. Like, you're taking risks because you don't care. You see what I'm saying? Like, you have that aura. It's hard to explain. It's really hard. Like, you got to experience this shit to really know. But when you've done something a lot of times, experience builds confidence. It's just like deadlifting. Like, your first deadlift is disgusting. Your first 100 deadlifts, you almost injure yourself. By the time you do your 2,000 deadlift, like today I was doing my 2,000 deadlift probably, or 5,000 deadlift. Bro, I was just stacking the weights on quickly, lifting it up. We're like, did he just do 500 pounds and put it back down and put on 545 and put it back down and put on 585, put it back down, put on 600? Who is this guy, bro? Like, I was at a new gym, they're just like, who the fuck is this guy? That type shit, because it's like, that's how it is when you're dealing with a chick, bro. Like, quote unquote bad boys are just really dudes who are on their purpose, but they have a lot of experience with women. So guess what? When they get with a woman, they have the experience. So the experience is like they know how to deal with the situation. They have the confidence. Everything goes smoothly, and it's just it is just more attractive. Like, I used to be so mad at like oh my God, how come dudes who get all the women and dudes who don't get women? That's so not fair. And then I improved myself, and then I started dating more, and I realized, I was like, wow, I've improved in dating. I progressively overloaded dating. Like, because for example, I remember the first date I went on, I didn't know how to physically escalate. And there was just all these issues going on. And I was like, dude, that felt so weird. And then like 30 days later, it's just like smooth. Everything's just smooth. Everything's just going smoothly. And I'm chilling. And the chick is just like, dang, this dude is smooth as shit. Like, he's smooth because perfect practice makes perfect, guys. Practice makes perfect. All right, you just can't get better at shit without experience, and that's why a lot of dudes have issues with a lot of shit. Fitness, dating, career. It's because they give up after 1 year, 2 years, 1 month, 2 months. It takes a lot of time to get good at anything. Get good at fitness, you got to put on 3 years of muscle, 3 years lean bulk, 2 to 3 years lean bulk. Then you got to cut down. It's not going to take 2 months. It's not going to take 3 months. It takes time, right? Same thing with chicks. Like dating your first chick, it's going to be a disaster. It's going to be awkward moments. Going on dates, it's going to be awkward. This is that. But once you get used to it, everything's just smooth, and it just flows better because you have experience. All right. So yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Like for me, what I've noticed is like the bad boy shit that girls say they're attracted to is just knowing that a lot of women are attracted to me. Number one, my physique's in shape because I prioritize myself, and they know I prioritize myself, and I'm never going to put them first, which means, you know, I can't remember what it is, but I think there's like a psychological, like, what do you call it? Primitive background to that, but you putting yourself first all the time instead of putting like the woman first in every situation, that's just going to be, you know, more attracted to them when you put yourself first in a situation or whatever. And they know you're not like easily swayed. That's what I've noticed too. And like I said, in person, like your energy, you just have like a lot of confidence, and you're just very sure of yourself, and you're very confident in yourself because you move to the beat of your own drum. Like you're not like if you're wearing some shit, for example, I remember I would wear this. What did I wear? Yeah, I wore a button down, right? And this chick had a lot of clout. I wore a button down, but I kept like I used to keep the real bottom one open, just douchebaggy shit. And she's like, that's not how you wear a button down. And I was like, the fuck are you talking about? She's like, that's not how you wear a button down. I was like, yeah, that's how I wear a button down. It doesn't matter. She's like, well, you're not supposed to. I was like, well, that's too bad. Let's go. And she was like, the fuck? He didn't change it? He's not gonna change it? And she thought I was gonna button it back up. I never buttoned it back up. And that ended up turning her on type shit. And another thing is, this is free game from when, you know, me and this one chick, we was playing, what were we playing? We were playing a card game, and she got real drunk, and she started telling me, like, she started spilling secrets. I was like, oh, this is a free game or whatever. But anyways, like, I remember our situation. Let me just go through the story real quick. I don't want to make this video too long, but me and her, so I was like, I'm doing my technique. I'm not doing her technique. She wants to go on like 10 dates and do all this bullshit. I'm going on 1 date max, and it got to be food because I'm trying to eat. You feel me? So we go on 1 date, and then like, you know, go back to her place. It doesn't go that good. So then I just stopped talking to her. I was like, you know, fuck this bitch. I wrote her off or whatever. When I wrote her off and I stopped thinking about her, she was like, yo, this dude's not going to chase me. And that turned her on. And she told me later on, she's like, it turned me on when you like didn't chase me and you just like kept ignoring me and you just left me on red. That shit just turned me the fuck on. Oh my God. And I was like, I don't really understand. And she just kept going. She was like, and like you're just working out and you're in shape and you're posting your stories and you just don't care about me. It just really turned me on. Like he doesn't want me. He just left me on red all the time. And I really left her on because I was just like she was just texting me and I'm like, I'm at work. Like I'm not. What do you want me to do? Text you? I got patients to take care of. Or she'll text me and I'm at the gym before work and I'm like, bro, I got patients to take care of type shit. So that ended up making her like make time for me at random times. Like, oh my God, I just got off work, or I got off work early today, but you can come late. You know, I'll just go in later tomorrow, and like all this, you know, all this other stuff. So yeah, man, like when you move to the beat of your own drum, bro, and you're really comfortable in yourself and you really have confidence in yourself from like just being yourself, that's pretty much the easiest way to say it. That's really what being a bad boy is. It's really just being comfortable in yourself because you spent enough time alone, you worked on yourself enough, and you know, you've dated enough. You don't have to date like 1,000 women. You can date like 10 women multiple times in like your whole history of life, or 5 women your whole history of life multiple times, and like have the confidence and be smooth from those experiences. But it does pay to have some experience, because if you don't have experience, it is going to be awkward because it's your first time. You should always be awkward your first time doing anything. That's just life. That is literally just life. All right, I just started Muay Thai. My first day was super awkward, horrible. I was garbage. That's fine. That's how everything starts.